It should be easy,
yeah,
but nothing is.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, these days, midweek, mpuliranga tutuse mu weekend. Nzembera manyoba lero Friday tuingi just Saturday because the guests that we are bringing, the topics that we are discussing, everything there's a way you guys are giving us feedback and we appreciate it. Banage, the QR code is on the screen. Ogiscanning bulungi nnyo n'otubulira what you think about the show, miramwa joyagala twogereko, abagenyi boyagala tukyaze n'ebintu ebirala bingi nnyo. Olunaku olwaleero lunaku lwakubiri era nga yes tuleseera omulamwa nate oguli a little bit sensitive naye nga ate gwandisanye ne tugwogerako. Tetugenda kukoowa kwogera ku bufumbo. No my friend, bino ebintu bino oba toyagala biwulira. Remember, any day, anytime, kugenda n'owasa n'oba n'ofumbirwa because Mukama yakitegeka bw'atyo tolina kubeera bw'omu. Ate mmwe abagamba nze sagala kuwaza sagala kufumbirwa, my friend, that trauma you have to heal from it. Ogenda ofumbirwe muzaale abaana mweyagale binyuma okuba siriyo naye binyuma. Naye ng'olunaku olwaleero tugenda kubanga twogera ku mulamwa oguli very very sensitive nti kwegamba oteeka otya ekkomo ku mukwano ogw'ebbali. Oli mufumbo, omukyala oba omwami oli mufumbo naye n'oformingayo ka relationship ebbali eyo. Tetwogera ku cheating once oba one night stand manya biki, twogera ku relationship eyaddala. Eno ogivuga, eno oyina omwami wo, eno ogivuga, eno oyina mukyala wo. Ebintu bino twagala okwogerako, twagala okulaba okivaamu otya, ye lwaki wandikivuddemu, ye bw'okivaamu omuntu oyo gwaforminga relationship naye ayagala kivaamu naye ali ready okuleti kwegamba kuleka. Is she or he ready to let you go? Guys, sometimes we put ourselves in difficult situations and then we find it very hard to leave. Waliwo scenarios ez'enjawulo, and correct me if I'm wrong, what scenarios ez'enjawulo whereby someone or gets into a relationship outside your marriage, ozaddeyo n'omwana tolina ngeri gyagamba mukyala wo, oluusi n'oyo omukyala gw'ozaddemu omwana atandise okuteeka ku pressure, nze ntwale wa mukyala wo ondageyo nga second wife, ntwala bazadde nange nyanjula, nange tukole embaga, nange kola bwoti, demands ne zeeyongera. Ebintu bino ebirimu omukwano birimu expectations awaggulu nnyo. So tulina okwegendereza bannange, bw'obanga oli mufumbo twagala ffe kubatereeza mu line. Ebintu bino binyuma nnyo nga luwagenda obyogerako, tubiteeka ku meeza tugambe nti kino kikyamu, okivaamu bwoti ne weeyongerayo bwotyo. Ndine Dr. Iga Ronnie. He's a therapist. There's so many things, but one of a few of the titles is a man of many titles, but he's a therapist and is a mental health coach and a trained and certified psychologist. Ebintu bino naddala eby'abaami, eby'omukwano, relationships, marriage, biki byonna abikwatira wamu n'alaba nga bambi akuwa ku magezi ate n'okyusa naawe endowooza towards this whole thing. Kale tuyingire mu mulamwa gwaffe. We are so ready. Tuingire mulamwa paka sawa nnya. Sera nategemanya Mwasuze Mutya. All right, nziramu okwaniriza ku NTV ne Spark TV abantu bwenna abatumbudde mu Uganda wabweru w'eggwanga mu diaspora bannaye mwebale nnyo. Mwasuze mutya, mulagidde ddala amaanyi. Ne QR code kweri ku screen osobola okugiscanninga n'otuweereza ka message n'otubulira biki bye mwagala twogereko n'abagenyi bwe mwagala tulabe ffe tujja kubanga tuwulira. Olunaku olwaleero tugenda kutunuulira of course omulamwa gwaffe ogw'olunaku olwaleero. Tugenda kutunuulira engeri gy'ova mu bufumbo oba mu relationship ey'ebbali egenda okukosa obufumbo bwo, ogamba ofune obuzibu eyo maaso naye obuzibu obwo nga tonnabutuukako. Twagala kati tukwateko mpola mpola nga tetukusalidde musango because abantu bangi balina ensonga zaabwe. Lwaki? bayingira relationships ezo naye tufune engeri tukikwatamu ate tulina omukugu my friend oŋŋambye wataddeyo messages abantu bakoze batya nga tonnambulye soka obuze ku bantu baffe.
Good morning. How are you?
Yes.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to talk about this topic because it is something that I passionately admire. Ate bino bintu binnyumira. Omukwano mulungi. Omukwano mulungi. Kyandibadde kirungi buli omu n'afuna ku mukwano guno.
Yeah, kituufu nnyo. Kituufu. Of course, tutunuulira abafumbo olwaleero naye tugenda kutunuulira okomya omukwano gw'ebbali. Naye nga tetunaba gw'okomya. Wabitandika otya? Lwaki wabitandika? Lwaki wafuluma obufumbo buno bulungi ennyo bwe wagenda n'olayira n'obulekawo n'ogenda sinabulekawo okyalimu kati n'ofulumako kko ate n'obeererayo ddala nga kiri long term tekiri short term. Tutandikirawo mpola mpola.
I think the biggest reason is intimacy. Obufumbo buli interesting. Bw'oba wakabuyingira intimacy ali waggulu nnyo. You have love, you enjoy each other, you're learning so much about each other. Kaakati gye bugenda omuntu omutegedde ebipya tokyalina bipya by'omuyigako mukuze abaana bayingidde, there's more responsibility. Ekyo kye bayita obufumbo okukula. Marriage grows. Kati when it grows omuntu omumanyi exciting things bikendedde. Now that intimacy starts to decrease. Omuntu kati omulabanga partner, not baby, not honey, you know. Tokyamulaba mweyo light, tokyalina excitement eyo. Intimacy egenze wansi. Now the people outside, they always look new. Omanyi new experiences zikyamula. Omanyi era nga bwe mwali mutandise in the beginning. Omuntu wakamulaba, you can't wait to see them, you can't wait to text them, you can't wait to call. Kakati you're used to the person. Or you know, realizing and you only used intimacy candidly and you do what they call rekindling intimacy. No dayeri omukyala nali mukolera biki, how was I treating her? Engoye kirabika ozitegedde mukyuse wardrobe. Agule ku ngoye empya.
Biki bye nakolanga n'asanyuka.
Biki bye nakola actually omudatinga afresh.
Oh, I hear.
That would be the best advice. And it is not something that is easy. It's painful. Jukira luli bwali omudating ali mupya. Ati wana akaddiye naye omudating fresh naye akaddiye, which means most of the things obimanyi. Omanyi restaurant gyayagala, omanyi byasinga okwagala. Things are not exciting. Kyusaamu.
Okyusizaamu awo tutandika mpola mpola. Ogambye ensonga emu ku ezo lwaki abantu bafuluma kokko noonya omukwano. Omukwano guno tagufuna wano mu nfumbo.
Omukwano guyinza okuba weeguli, but nga bwe nagambye relationship ekuze. Things are more difficult than they were.
When you rekindle, there is...
Kati bw'oba orekindlinga weetwale ng'omuntu omupya olina okumusitadinga fresh kubanga kati alinga afuuse omupya tokyamutegeera. By'omanyi bikadde. You know her when she doesn't have children. Now they're children. She's different. Okyamanyi kali ka figure kali akalungi kati akyuse. So now oyina okumanya the new her, which is dating afresh. Kwa omuntu omudatinga omulabiriza ayambala ki, ayagala ki, akola ki, kakati biri byonna obimanyi kati yiga ebipya. Ennaku zino takyayagala bukondo. That's one. Ennaku zino ebino ebya going out takyabyagala. Maybe you need to do another activity. See, going out on dates. Mugende ku camp. Mugende ku couples retreat. Mugende ku beach. Mugende ku road trip. Kati obuntu obupya obwo. Remember, this is a relationship. Whenever you discover, you get intrigued. Botandika omuntu okumumanya. Otandika okumutunuulira ne, you know, with a certain light. Atandika okuwoomera nga abantu bwe bagamba. Kubanga you've put in an effort to date the person again. It's not easy. Jukira dating eno teringa eri. Wali omuntu wali tomumanyi ne wano mumanyi kati akyuseemu. You have to be particular to okulaba obwo obuntu obukyuseemu.
Bw'abanga anoonya mukwano ebbali eri n'agufuna wayogeddeko ku nga tetunagenda kumpewo n'ogamba nti sometimes bw'ebanga intimacy gy'anoonya
Yes.
nga tasobola gifuna wano
Yes.
tasobola mugambako engeri gy'okuimprovingamuko mu nsonga ezo.
Kituufu.
Obuzibu buvaawo awo.
Kati awo obuzibu obusinga okuva awo communication. Omuntu bw'oba omwagala olina okumanya engeri gy'oyogera naye. I'll give you an example. Mulimu abakazi abakyala nga wakwogera direct. Ojja n'omugamba honey kye bakoze jjo I didn't like it. Mulimu abakyala ng'olina omutwala ku date n'osooka n'omu exciting. Bw'omala okumu exciting n'omugamba naye luli I didn't like kiri tekyagenze bulungi singa tukyusaamu. Mulimu abalala ng'olina kuyita mu relatives awuliriza nnyo mu maama we gamba maama we n'okyogerako bulungi n'omugamba n'ensonga nze mbadde njagala kino akitegeere gw'omumanyi. Because sometimes you don't have that kind of communication. Oba amanyidde nnyo omuzadde we oba ayina relative gwali so close ate tonnamugjayo closeness eyo ejjeewuwo so you can pass through the other person. Kyekiri kye nagambye omuntu olina okumutegeera. You have to make sure you know your person.
Kati ogenze ofunye omukwano ebbali okubitambuza ebintu byesi gy'obadde onoonya mbu kati ogisanze exciting new thing ogyogeddeko kinyuma kisanyusa kati okifunye ebizibu tebitandise bitandika bitya awaawo
anti kaakati otandika okwekweka. Omuntu abadde paying attention to the marriage to the family tocha paying attention. Ate nno what's interesting omuntu akwagala kyangu nnyo okutegeera nti you're distracted. Mu psychology bakiyita distraction. Era obeera distracted bulijjo obadde ozuukuka ng'olina obuntu bw'okola mubadde mulina ka system kammwe otandise obwerabira because there's excitement out there. Kati that excitement clouds you obeera nga ali kati mu new relationship. Psychologically you're like a single man. Okwano ebintu by'okola byakikwa era oluusa abantu obalaba guy abadde so he doesn't pay attention to the way he dresses. Now he's paying attention. Now he's getting new clothes. Now he's getting a certain vibe. Naye ate vibe olaba tedda waka vibe agifuna afuluma bw'aba agenda ku mulimu addressing okay bw'akomawo 5 awo anywedde kacaayi bana nina okugenda nina ka meeting dresses so smart meeting owe mukwano gwange yampisa kati naye olaba attention eri different kubanga kakati excitement ena ayina gyagifuna eyina kyemuleetera embeera eyina embeera gyereeta kati if you're in a real good relationship the other partner would notice. Ayinza obutategeera nti olina emisango gy'okola but it's uncomfortable. Means you're unavailable. That's one. 2, you no longer pay attention. Amasannyalaze tegaliiko tonategeera nakutegeera nti amasannyalaze tegaliiko wabula oyagala kugenda mu meeting yo. Yet before olukomawo gamba naye tewali mataala tukoze tutya bateekeko amataala kiki tewali yakakale. Let's find a way. You are aware. Now you are no longer aware. And for a person who actually loves you in a relationship, they'll tell. Yes, they'll say you're distracted. And usually, of course, emotions bwezitandika atandika okukubuuza ebibuuzo akuyomba nti kutandise gwe buli wokomawo ogenda you're not available kati ne bagamba tobiwulira they're telling you you're not available but you can't picture it because there's a certain you're distracted. You're not paying attention.
Okay, omukyalo ono oba omwami akuwa emirembe akuwa excitement akuwa you're finding your new self. You're appreciating yourself more with this person. No kati omuntu ono ali ebbali what's going on through their mind kuba kati nawoze they want to make you their own. They don't want to share you waliwo ebintu ebigenda maaso. So tell us about that.
There are two things. Waliwo omuntu agenda out of their relationship ng'omuntu gwagenzeeko amanyi nti they're in a relationship, usually married men. Kubanga ne bw'oba omulimbye they are going to do research and they'll say oh Dr. Iga musajja mufumbo. So they know they are almost guarded. Era n'omukwano gwakuwa some people will say it's either transactional or conditional. Banga naye akimanyi olina omukyala don't really think you love me.
So go to transactional and conditional.
Transactional is any relationship that doesn't have honesty. because a relationship is built on honesty. Kasita biyingiramu transaction, it's not a relationship.
Otegeeza kyawo awo.
Otidde okuwaayo omutima gwo kubanga omanyi kintu kye mulimu si kituufu. So you start to want to either demand. Nkwagala obeere nga wano obeerewo awa 3. That's not a relationship. Omuntu ajja ayagala tomuteekako demands. That's usually the first relationship.
Transactional muli even friends with benefits.
Sometimes. Atandika okusaba sente ate oba amanyi tomwagala. Because the initial description of love is ovaayo n'ogamba Stella nkwagala. Nga tolina muntu mulala. Lwaki ongamba onjagala ng'olina omuntu omulala? The other kind of relationship is where the man or the partner doesn't like in a relationship gyalimu. They were either forced into it oba bayingira mu gateba kwagala. So oliba mulimbo oba otya okumugamba nti eno waliyo ekintu. They usually say, I'm leaving this marriage. Or you shouldn't pay attention to this.
That is if, actually, that is if a man or a woman in marriage is open about this whole extra marital
They're not necessarily open. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. Waliwo abantu abajja and they refuse that they're even married. They refuse they have kids. Agamanzi nkwagala. That's nonsense. I'm not a married man.
That's where we are going.
Kakati awo oli omuntu they have been lied to. But the problem with that is oli are falling in love. Kubanga relationship taji respectinga, that's one. 2, they're not in love. The relationship didn't begin on a foundation of love. Because on the foundation of love, you feel guilty. Sobola kulimba. Omuntu sobola kubanga omwagala. N'ofukamira ku mavivu n'ogamba I'm a single man. You put the other person in the picture. Which means I have feelings and maybe I'm confused. I'll give you an example. There are people who entered marriage for every other reason apart from love. They wanted to get out of their parents' home. They wanted a life. Some wanted a promotion. Now that's not based on love. They'll end up saying it, or they'll say, me, I'm tired of this relationship. There's no love.
It's easy for them to say
thank you. Thank you. It's easy for them to say. They don't even care about the consequences. Even when you break up, bufumbo. Meeting. He'll come and say, yes, I'm tired. Yes, because maybe they don't respect me. It's supposed to last for a long time. A lifetime, actually. Kakati ebito bifako. Niyo muntu who has the right intentions. It's hard. You can't lie like that. Baba kuita meeting bazadde bomuwalo obagambo oti. Tinze nkoye. You see how it's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful, especially nga tekirimu life-threatening maybe situation.
Even when it's life-threatening.
Dr. Yiga.
Even when omanyi obufumbo, the difference between obufumbo and a relationship. Obufumbo, you are accountable. The family of the girl or the family of the boy, you are accountable. Chovola baboboli mu relationship. You can have this other extramarital relationship and it doesn't have very big consequences. The consequences are only on this partner. Mubufumbo, anka asobola okusanga mu restaurant with this person. Najja nagamba, hello, how are you? Ono bamuyitaani. Ne bw'oba olimbi. He can send a message. Hey, nasanze Dr. Ronnie. Hey, aline Stella. Now people are starting to. They know now. Now, if they find you the second time, the third time, ono anka akusanze, cousin akusanze, nephew akusanze, your wife is going to know, your husband is going to know. Now, that is a bigger problem. Bakuita meeting, ogena bagambo.
Oh, yeah.
If the wife starts to display certain traits of a broken relationship, it is easy for them to be on our side. Banga bakukute ngoli in a very inappropriate relationship. Era bajjagamba nti wali otandise omukyalo okumukola ki okumuvaako, you're not showing her love. Clearly you're cheating. Let's even put it in the layman's language. You're cheating. So of course they would expect your partner to act up. Yes.
Waliwo oyogedde ku cheating. Waliwo omuntu omu tugenze tuli mu bufumbo kati. And this person is not cheating with one person, but they are forming multiple relationships outside marriage.
Yes.
Now let's talk about that as well.
Usually, from a professional side of things, that person is broken.
Yeah.
There are certain aspects about his life behind okutereza. Usually we talk about this. They need healing. Aine ebintu ebimusumbuwa. You can't be in more than 3 relationships at the same time, and you're normal. A relationship needs time. A relationship needs money, finance. A relationship needs your personal involvement, intellectual involvement. Now you have 3 people. It's going to wear you down. Bibi abantu bowulira nti nno bafunye heart attack, bafunye chi. Kubanga tosobola kwagala abantu basatu omulundi gumu. You can't. You're trying to do something that's impossible. So in the end, it's going to tear you down. Bwewandirowolereza omukyalo omwoyi n'aba, where you would have handled one man's expectations, supported one man's expectations, you have 3 men to support. Why I say support is naturally women support the people they care about. So
support in which way?
It can be emotionally, it can be mentally. If he has had a bad day, Okomya, oh boyfriend wo, hey mbadange chikenze maaso kati oyina basatu onakubidde ati 8 akugambye obuzibu ku mulimu, oli akubidde ati 9 bamugobye, oli akubidde ati 10 mama wa afudde. You see, you have, it weighs down on you.
It does.
So it becomes a problem to you even when you don't know. Kati zezo mental issues, oli na tabuka just one day nagamba mwe namba koyi, because it's too much. Because now you're starting to get depressed, you start to get worried, and usually abantu tebamanyi. There's also the fear of them knowing. There's a situation that happens, it has been happening over time. A person having extramarital very many relationships, and all those people getting to know that they're in a relationship. If they confront you, you can't even get a heart attack.
You can't.
So you don't pay attention to
so
them.
You think at this level you can handle it?
Think.
Because ochikwasaganya tete bemanyi. Naye webemanya noga ali omu.
Ate kyangu nga kyakatandika osobola obbakwasaganya nga kyakatandika, but you imagine 2 years into 3 boyfriends. They know your schedule. Ati onayagala kupikinga ku NTV, waliwo n'omulala agamba mbuno kanjira nkulinda. Now how do you handle that? Olaba bwekitandisa becoming a very difficult. So it's putting stress on you. Oba olowooza ogenda kudiringa na basatu, oba ofulumye weetegeke, owokusatu azze. Takugambe na kugamba. So now you're thinking, onaze, ono agambye ajja, ono agambye abasaba. It emotionally drains you. It can put you in a very bad or mental negative state. No acting up, you're not happy, you're in fear. Maybe you know one of the persons in those relationships are violent. So it gets very difficult for you.
Okay. Of course, we are looking at where a marriage, a relationship outside marriage, where children are involved now. Zaddeyo no mwana. Tutunye obufumbo muno nga temuli mwana n'afuluma gw'ebbali n'afunayo ku mwana oba abaana. Kati mukyalo oli oba omwami oli, they would want to be introduced to this person. Go in marriage with.
One, bw'oba toyina baana, it's easy to end that relationship.
Because where we are going,
waseerera wano wetuli.
We are coming back. Let's take a very, very short break. Okay, mukulikeyo nnyo mukuumula mukyagenda mu maaso ne programu yaffe ssaawa 3:00 ez'okumakya and we tuwumulidde wali tubadde twogera ku nsonga y'abaana that wano oli mbufumbo obutambuza bulungi nnyo naye ogenzeeko mu mukwano ogw'ebbali ate ozaddeyo n'abaana naye nga tetunnatuukawo of course twogedde ku having multiple relationships outside marriage or a relationship. Chileta stress, chimenya. It's too much of a burden to carry. And why would you even get yourself into that stressful situation? It's better off kole ebintu bino Dr. Ronnie byagenda okubanga atubuulira so that obulamu obutambuza nga kugamba you are lighter, ebintu ebimu n'obyejjako amasanyu g'ensi tegasobola kuggwayo weewaawo. Okay, anyway, wetuwumulidde twetwogera ku baana bano abali kati bazze mu kifaananyi. So tuwogereko, how do you first of all handle it and then how do you end it? Yeah.
The first and easiest step is to be honest.
Honest to who?
Honest to your partner. Oli is not your partner. This is your partner. You're married in church, the parents know, so you owe her honesty regardless of what happened, because in this situation gwali munsobi, you stepped out. So the very first thing is honesty. Jangu werope.
Dr. Ronnie, ochogeddeko otudde laid back, ochogeddeko very simple.
Jangu werope. In the Bible, there's no crime that surpasses the other. Sin is sin. It could be a mistake, and if it's a mistake, it should be easy for you to say nakole nsobi. But when you refuse, it means you intended, okyakirimu, okyakinyumirwa, olina omuntu omunene. Actually, obeera nga agamba, the relationship you have, obufumbo, tebukyakugasa. That's more important than this. So the very first thing is to come clean. Weerope.
Omukyalo ono. Okay, omukyalo oba omwami actually, look at both.
Yes.
Man and woman.
Yes.
Weeroopye.
Yes.
Omuntu first of all gweeroopedde. My friend.
Si byangu. And
that whole olayinga oteeka environment ne kabeera kali soft enough to handle that.
That will depend on your relationship with your partner. If you had a very good relationship, intimacy is there, which is usually sex. But sex is very important. Communication. If you've had a very open line of communication, which is very important. If you build trust, ono muntu omumanyi, you've dated them for a number of omumanyi. My wife, okumubuulira bwe mankoze a mistake, I probably need to take them out. I probably need to pass through their relative. I probably need to head on. Waliwo ababyagala head on. The easiest, fast, best way to calm things down is by kwelopa. In all honesty.
Kati wamala okwelopa ebintu ne bigotaana. Where does that go?
Allow the consequence. Because teri muntu yeeropa nalowooza olweropa bagenda bagamba tukusonyi. They definitely have to ask you. It's like court. Bakutwala mu kooti ne bw'ogamba naye musajja namusse, there's repercussion. You committed a crime. You made a mistake. And also you have to have emotional intelligence. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. If the other person had come before you, nagamba ninayo abaana, how would you feel? So olina okuteekamu allowance for that person to react. Kyekiri kye nagambye omuntu, it's better, it's easier on people who had a foundation of love, had a foundation of honesty, open communication, had a foundation of intimacy.
You have to accept the consequences that are going to come out.
Yes.
If this husband or wife wants to leave the marriage because
yes,
I don't know, where does that leave the marriage?
Kyekiri kye nagambye, open communication, honesty, the foundation of love. Bw'aba akwagala nga ddala akwagala and you've been a very good man, ajja kugamba mpaamu time. Let me go home. Give them their time because they are now hurt. Kyekiri kye nagambye weeteeke mu their shoes. How do you think they'll react? Kati also that depends on the kind of partner you have. Omumanyi waliwo abagamba nze mmanyi bajja kunkuba, mumanyi agenda kunsamba, agenda kunkuba. There's some ng'omanyi your partner. Omulala omumanyi she's going to cry and grieve for a month. Nga talina kyakola ajja kulwala. You know your partner. But give them time to receive that communication and take it in. That's the time you should be on your best behavior. You should be empathetic. Okay? You should be very, very careful on how you conduct yourself. Auntie, now,
we're also going to come to that.
Oyina okumanya oyina omusango gw'okoze. Bakuyise mu kooti ate oze oli untidy. No. This is a sensitive situation. Weeroopye. You have to be on your best behavior. Because now you're trying to say, I made a mistake.
Yeah. If you have been a good man.
Yes.
Waliwo kati wano ng'obadde.
Bw'oba obadde totally serious.
You're not a good father, you're not a good husband.
You're going to need help. If you're in a marriage, you're going to need help from her relatives and your relatives. The easiest thing would be soko yogere n'abeewuwo abakutegeera, your family where you come from, because they know you. You know, it's very interesting. Abazadde baba bamanyi batabani baabwe. Like oyo tumumanyi, he has a big head. Oyo tumumanyi akola bwati. It helps make that conversation much easier. Kyovola babagamba obufumbo bw'abantu babiri. Newe bigaana. You have pastors, you have archdeacons, you have relatives, you have counselors, you have therapists, you have family.
Obuzibu bwa family. Dr. Ron. Ojja bagamba nzibananga omwami yakoze bwati ne bwati and I mean
that is if the relationship is not good, because if the relationship is not good, you might want to hurt the other person. You might get into a situation of tit for tat. Obusungu buno si bwangu. Olaba n'abantu abali mu love, when they are angered, you can think of some but because of that love, it calms you down. Because of that good relation, musajja mulungi.
No.
Because usually what happens is, for most part for women, they tend to talk about that situation. Kati olaba bw'okyogera konoga owange yaŋŋamba nanga ate nze njagala kuvaako kati gwe olabika oyina good ki n'omusajja omulungi. So it gives you, there's a certain comfort it gives you. That doesn't mean it removes the hurt and pain, but there's a certain comfort it gives you. But the first step is we're open.
And then the next step is what exactly?
Then the next step,
yes,
stop being emotional. Take logical steps. You made a mistake. If it means not communicating with this woman, stop communicating. Stop texting, stop calling, stop paying attention.
Or a man anyway.
Or a man.
Yes.
Stop communicating. Cut. Bobo ina mikwano jeji mumanyi jisale. Cut. Because now you're going into a phase of redemption. You wouldn't want to apologize for something attention bakukwata mu restaurant oba bakukwata ku TV nga.
Yeah.
That means you're playing games. That's the second step. Be logical about things. I made a mistake. When you make a mistake, you ask for apology. Ate tosaba apology ate noddamu n'okola ne bakusanga. You understand. You have to get out of that emotional, childish kind of demo logic. Ndi musajja mufumbo. I'm a married woman. I need to cut.
Yeah.
If possible, you even need to call the other person and say what we're doing is wrong. Yes, sir. Chiyingidemu abaana naye ngenda gamba mukyala wange oba ngenda gamba my husband.
Dr. Ronnie, mwomukubira essimu, I want to end this thing. Bannange nze now I'm a married woman. I want to concentrate on my marriage. I am sorry, but this has to stop. Is this person going to let you go? Huh? The bond you guys have created is so strong.
The problem...
Are they willing?
The problem is not focusing on letting you go. The problem is focusing on honesty. totunuulira bizibu biri
all honesty
because kyekituufu wakoze ensobi that's the truth you made a mistake now you have to come clean. Coming clean brings these other things. Bwe bakubyeyo empiizo 3 bwe bakukoze eki that shows that you're a man, you're a woman, you're a person who wants change, who has realized your mistake.
Okay. Dr. Ronnie,
yes, sir.
I was whatever it is. Nali nkola nsobi nga ngenda mu relationship eno. Ewe nali ngendayo. So I'm going hello, Ivan, nja kujja kola nsobi nawe. So when you're leaving me to go back to your husband or wife, no ngamba tino try to kola nsobi, my friend. I
want to correct you. Not leaving. Stop texting, stop communication. Eri wali abaana twasose kugamba openness, honesty. Bw'omala ekyo stop texting, stop communication.
That is communication ogishaddewo obulungi nnyo.
Yes.
If you cut communication.
Yes. Cutting communication might mean stop texting, stop calling. Cutting communication might mean calling the person and saying, I have told my partner that we have something which is wrong, because it's the truth.
Yes,
there's no two-one. It's wrong. Yeah. So now I'm trying ngezako kutereza bufumbo na kulaba oba naako accepting oba abaana at least. So I need to put these measures and our communication weyingiramu. If you are a very, very honest man, oyina okumunyonyola. Remember, you are not my wife, this is my wife. Remember, you are not my man, this is my husband. Omuntu yenna ategeera ayina amagezi, yeah, they'll get hurt because you also bwebuzibwa nti bwoku stepping out because you're hurting the other person, you're now hurt ono wamu hurting zedda. Now by also doing that you're hurting the other person, but you're making things clear. Omanyi the beauty about honesty is it creates a better future. Bakunyigira emyezi 2 ne bagamba kakati tukoze tutya. You want to leave the marriage? You want to stay with the other woman? What do you want? Because at the end of the day omukyala ne bwaba takyogeddewo omusajja, their parents, because it's going to move around, the friends. We've seen situations where friends step in.
Yeah.
What has happened? What have you done to my friend? Now those are repercussions of your actions.
Of course.
Kyovola babagamba ebyo ebintu kiba kirungi n'omanye what happens. It's good, bw'owulira nka feeling katandise okujja. First talk to a few people. There's a way I'm feeling. An honest person will tell you, tereeze waka.
Dr. Ronnie, ogabye omuntu ow'amagezi yenna olina okukitegeera. Omuntu agamba ti banange ebintu bikome, nzirayo wa mukyala wange, nzirayo wa mwami wange, it's time to go back, I'm going to focus on my marriage.
Yes.
Bw'obanga olina amagezi naye ebintu bya love you cannot amagezi tomanya na gye gagenda. At that point you're like banange nze simanyi naye nakutamidde mukwano nakutamiira. There is no way I'm letting you go. Ngenda kulondola paka gy'obeera mukyala wo nti yenze nzerera ngambe mwami wo nti yenze. Like it's this person ono gwe tumukwateko naye before we wind up. Yes. Ngobadde okola naye ebintu eby'ebbali.
Now I'm talking to the person ow'ebbali. Omuntu wajja in that format. Weddeko. Why ngamba weddeko? Oli muntu mukulu. Someone has told you the truth. In all honesty, you are at fault. Much tewakola research wo. That's the reason why there's dating. Omusajja bw'akwa approaching her right now, oba omukyala, you're supposed to do your research. I remember those days back in the day. Simanyi babikola ennaku zino, but back in the day, ogamba naye ono omuntu asindikidde ka message omumanyi. Usually that's the first conversation. Oh, I know Stella. Oh my God, Stella. Akola kwa TV. Oh, mukyala mufumbo. Now, when Stella comes back, you have to put a guard. You're sending me messages, but you're a married woman.
Yeah.
So, bw'oba you didn't do your research and you entered into this thing, omusango gwani you accepted. Because for the most part, they tell married men and married women, run. Avoid these things because they have bigger complications. Kakati, ensobi nawe yiyo, you accepted. Wategera ebintu byotamanyi. You didn't do research, you didn't ask around. You didn't ask the guy. Kola research, oli mwana muto.
Research banga che. Anti abantu benda kutwagala kola research. They want to put in the time.
That's the problem.
Yes,
now that's the problem to the person who has entered into the thing. Tewakoze research yo kakati kiboko zize. Because you see, every action has a reaction.
And who are good at hiding.
You see, omuntu ne baba yeekweka atya in this Uganda they'll find out. If they have deceived you, be honest, kind enough and emotionally intelligent enough to say banimba.
Nokkiriza.
Kati bw'okkiriza ezo emotions zonna z'oyina oyagala kutabuka ojja kgenda okuba omusajja bakusibe. Because the man who said, I told my wife, I'm sorry I made a mistake. Gw'ogamba, no, we're meant to be together. You sound mad. Kakati, understand your position. He's a married man. He has told his wife, first calm down. Because you are also in trouble. Because era bajja kubuuza gwe wali tomanyi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kale. All right. Tutufunyeko ku comments wano.
Yes, please.
Kandabe muzirina mu mulamu. Selector Kabanda, Owembogo. Of course, there are quite many, but let me just choose. Okwanamu, mukazi woli. I don't understand that one. Alozius Chelsea, just kwogera na mwagalwawo.
Yeah.
We are finding a way of ending this whole thing.
Yes.
Nakafu Sarah agambye ku mugagga oba ku mwavu.
Yes.
Okay. Ono agambye Kenton Ronald K agambye block and delete.
Yeah.
Nga muli bakambwe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Olina okuba omukambwe.
Derek, I'm Taremwa. If you swallow your pride and
Yes.
reconcile both of you, then love will be revived between them.
Yes.
Ono agambye mufunisa olubuto n'olwegaana ye badru okuzootya no. Tosobola kwegana mbuto bane. We are raising better men and better boys.
Right.
You know, we are raising tomorrow's fathers and tomorrow's husbands. So please, Musisi Jamiro, it looks like when will you stop? Okay. Namakula Harriet, day one omugambirawo byakunyumirwamu si kulemezaamu ate si bya serious. Simple as that. N'olina amanya tewali byakulemerako. N'ennaku zino, yeah, I wish people do that.
Which is still wrong. Omanyi, ekiri interesting.
It is wrong.
Ekiri interesting. That can go sideways. Okimanyi omuntu osobola omugamba n'akwefuulira. Okimanyi osobola omugamba n'akwefuulira. I remember there's a time, I think it was COVID. There's a person who was saying, I'm coming to your wife, nzija waka kati. So they know the wife is there, they're coming to your wife to tell them. Pressure. Naye nga wamugambye, because they know that the wife is there. Niye n'abikoowa n'agamba kakati kankyabye. You seem like you're getting best of both worlds. Era bwe kiri, gw'olina omukyala ate olina n'eno. You're being unfair.
Thank you. Waswa Henry agambye nti no omukwano gw'ebbali ate nga gwe gubezawo bufumbo bwaffe. That is wrong.
Era kikyamu. You see, the thing about these things, you think it's the right thing to do because of emotions, because of a lack of intimacy in your home. Kati kifo ky'okutereeza awaka ate ofulumye wabweru. It's wrong. The right thing, jangwe waka ogambe bino mbikooyi. Kino kiveemu otandike ekipya. That would be the right thing to do.
Ate bw'okivaamu
anti kakati wuliriza.
N'otagamba partner.
Wrong. You owe this partner openness. You owe this partner communication. You owe this partner the truth. Ono partner wo. The highest level of security is with your partner.
Yeah.
So, ne bwoba biri bikunyumira. It's like saying, let me try to put it in a health term. Oli mulwadde, omanyi olina sukaali, ate oyagala kulya keeki isatu dazeni nnamba ogimalewo. It seems like it's the right thing to do, but it's
killing you.
Tetuganye. Olina sweet tooth, you like the cake. Naye gwe ng'omuntu omukulu tomanyi nti cake zigenda kuleetera obuzibu. Your sugar levels are already high and you're putting in more sugar. Don't you see that that's a problem? Kyekiri kye nagambye nti no olina okugyawo emotion, no, you get back to logic. Kati bya emotion.
Bino babyogeza emotion.
Omukwano gwa kabinyo. When you had started with this now wife of yours, was in the mukwano gwa kabinyo? So whose fault is it that gugenzi? Muli abantu aba? So why are you running outside instead of discussing it with? Why aren't you trying to rekindle? Why aren't you trying to solve the problem? Because that's running away. It's a complex.
Yeah.
Running away. nze nnywa mwenge kubanga bino binsobedde. That's the wrong thing to do regardless.
Yes.
And omanyi waliwo kyatalaba. Abaana bagenda kweyongera obufumbo, they will never be the same. It will never. You just try, but it will never. Buli watu nini omwana waga person did manyanga. It's something you can't erase. Omwana talinga ka relationship kotandise n'ovaamu. Omwana asigalawo. Omwana agenda kukula akugambe naye kaakati mami wange nga tomwagala nga. Now how do you answer that? Ebyo bintu bye batatunuulira. Kyekiri kye ngambe, you get out of that emotional state. That's actually called emotional immaturity.
Oh, thank you.
It's emotional immaturity. You're putting your emotions over logic, over responsibility.
Okay, thank you so much. And we've seen, before I go to the other comment, we've seen so many mikolos where saying oba kojja batuuze ebbali, and okay, tubiraba ku social media. And they tell you bufumbo tebutambulanga tulinayo omuntu wa bbali and everything. And I believe that is a wrong way to start your counseling session and your journey of marriage. Thinking it's going to work if there is.
Very wrong. I would like to tell you something. Abazungu bagamba there is no one size fits all. But also you can be misled. I'll give you an example. Waliwo abantu abali mu bufumbo nga the foundation of the bufumbo is not love. Nga the foundation of that bufumbo was deceit. Nga the foundation of that bufumbo was betrayal. You had someone you love, you cheated with this person, they gave birth to a child, you chose to marry this one. You started on a bad note. If you don't get help, if you don't get healed, if you don't clear yourself, bw'otafuna kyebayita emotional healing, and you understand, because healing is just understanding what the problem is and making sure you recover.
You even take accountability.
Accountability, responsibility, and acceptance, being self-aware. Banange nakola ensobi. Kana tesobola kubanga nakola ensobi. Yale ne oli ne musindikira ka message. You're making things worse. You have to understand where you're coming from. Oyina okutegeera nti nno eri wali oyagala naye olwakuba wano waliwo omwana, but still there are people who choose to say banange nakola ensobi. Kyekiri kye nagamba ekyaba honesty. Ogamba nange njagala ono nkoze ensobi wali olina omutegeeza ekituufu kiri nti I was attracted, I was confused. This is why I love. And hope and pray that this person understands you. Because very many, what we fear is the negativity. It's easy to focus on the negative. Osobola okutula wansi n'omuntu n'omunnyonnyola in all honesty. Namugamba nakola ensobi, which is right. Ensobi zibaawo. Nakola ensobi nsaba onsonyiwe. Naye ekituufu kiri nti njagala gwe. I made a mistake. We were out drinking. I was confused. Twali twakalwana. I'm telling you this and that. Towuliriza. Naye ate ensobi yange kubanga you can't use that.
As an excuse.
Yes, because you're the one in wrong.
Of course.
So gamba kati ebyo ne bindeetera okukola ki naye nsaba kisonyiwo. The truth is mpozi ng'olimba. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It was one night of pleasure. Or maybe it was 3 months of fun. Naye, I know I love you. The thing with that is you have to be ready for the repercussions. Waliwo abagaana.
And you don't have to go back at any one point.
Ekyo kye kizzaamu oli amaanyi. Nagamba omusajja ayinza okuba ali honest. You can't tell me you love me ate even ng'okyali n'oli. That's why I said olina okweloopa. That's the first step for someone to feel like you're taking accountability. Okay. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Derek, yes. And then we close. Yes. Derek, I am Terry Magambi. Accept the mistakes. Promise not to repeat. Swallow your pride. Both reconcile and forgive one another. Love will be revived. We want to Gambia.
Yeah.
And of course, once for some people, once trust is broken.
Yeah.
There's going to be tension from there onwards. They can seek counseling because you're a therapist and you handle these guys.
I would advise you see a therapist. For most people in Uganda, they understand counseling more than therapy. It's also okay. Go and get counseling.
As a couple.
Yes. Be chakapo chiganje. So kugende bakuwe kumagezi. Because you see, you are in a part, that's brokenness. Brokenness comes with guilt. Yeah. You're guilty. Yeah. Nebo otambula wano bakumanyi. They say that one has omuchala avudde waka. Of course, it's evident. Tosobola chikweka. So you need help. There are few people who have a certain level of IQ who recuse themselves. Abejja mu nsobi. But the bigger part of people, they need help. You need someone to come and tell you now, calm down, I'll walk with you. The guys who have told their best friends, best man, best man best man agama linda ko kanzije tugendeyo baba kube mpinja kubaawo. I'll maybe ask for forgiveness on your behalf. But now we know kubanga oteka mu work. We know kubanga olaga ntino tiba kusaba forgiveness aroze yatokola. Then you okay banange ask for wetonde, you can't say sorry.
Thank you.
So that is usually what.
Thank you so much. My goodness, Dr. Ronnie. Dr. Ronnie, watu twazemu eno segment ya fenunji. Sibula kubantu wa further and we close. Just in 5 seconds, then we close.
It's a pleasure to be here. Banange tubagala nnyo tweyanziza okutuwuliriza. Naye njagala mbasibule mbagambe mudde mu the right course of things. It can be painful, it can be hard, but the right thing to do is leave, is change, is report yourself, and work towards creating intimacy, creating honesty, and making your relationship better. Date your person again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Ronnie. But episode we tambudo na koralero, you've been amazing, guys. We love you.
Yes.
Na yete twela bidabanage. If you're not ready for something, don't get in there. If you're not ready to settle down, don't go into marriage, because marriage is commitment. Marriage is faithfulness, love, and everything. And also, the people who are into multiple relationships, that is a sign of brokenness, guys. You have to, you need to seek help. It is not like I'm doing this for fun. Waliwo ekintu muli kivacuum kyogezako kufiiringa naye ate wetaaga n'oyogera n'omuntu ne bakuyambako. It's not healthy, it is not good, it is not godly. Please. Kale, onaku lwaliro bwe tutambudde naye nga marriage is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. Siri mufumbo naye love is a beautiful thing. And marriage is a beautiful thing. I love you guys. Bwe tutambudde onaku lwaliro mbagala nnyo singa n'onaku olw'enkya. Dr. Yiga, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Kale, be blessed, guys. Love you.